What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel. Now today we are going to be talking about an awesome new addition to Sword and Shield, one of the really awesome designs, honestly, and that is going to be Sirfetch'd. Now, Sirfetch'd was definitely one of the fan favorites when it was first introduced in the way that it was, with the little pixelated image and all that stuff. And it has really grown to be a lot of people's favorite new mod. So the Duck Boy's here, and we are getting ready to see just how to use him in competitive right now. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a choice banded set. And yeah, this is definitely his most viable set. And honestly, like, yeah, this guide's going to be on the shorter side because there's not really a ton of sets that this thing can really run all that well. He does pretty well in the UU tier, so it is nice that he's now dropped down to UU. But he did not drop down to RU. He's just a little too good for that. But so basically this is going to be assuming that we are in the OU tier, but of course we can change some things around for the UU tier as well. So we have got a interesting EV spread, but let's go ahead and look at his stats first. Base 62 HP is pretty bad. Base 135 attack, however, pretty good. We've got base 95 defense, it's okay. Base 82 special defense, it's okay. But coupled with that base 62 HP, it's pretty frail, honestly. He has that little shield, but it's not really doing much. And he's base 65 speed, which is pretty slow. But so basically 20 speed, what this does is it helps you to outspeed a Corviknight that's uninvested. And you can 2-hit KO it, which is really cool. As long as he's not max HP, max defense bold, you can actually 2-hit KO a Corviknight as you are faster than it. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, this is just going to be his best EV spread. Even if you want to take off the 20 speed and put that into HP, you can do that. Especially if you're doing this in UU, where you don't have to worry about Corviknight as much. Yeah, you're totally you can totally do that. So, but we do have First Impression, which is a great move for this thing to have. It just gives it a little bit of priority if you need to pick up a kill and not have to risk anything. You get that priority kill. You get Poison Jab to deal with fairies that would like to deal with this. Close combat is what you're going to be clicking most of the time, though, as it just does massive damage, especially with the Scrappy ability. And that is one thing that makes this thing so useful, is it can hit ghosts. It works great against things like Aegislash. Aegislash actually takes super effective damage because he just ignores that ghost typing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that this thing gets Scrappy, and it's the one thing really keeping it from dropping any lower. And then we also have Knockoff. Knockoff is an awesome move, of course. We talk about it all the time for mons that get it. It's just a great move. It helps you to deal with things that would be bulky, get rid of their leftovers, get rid of choice things on mons that want to be fast or hit hard. Yeah, it's just a really nice move. So next we're going to look at a Sword Stance set. Now, same EV spread, but I think this thing actually can do okay with a Sword Stance set. It's much more situational, but if you can get a Sword Stance set up, then yeah, you can put in some work with this thing. This thing hits really deceptively hard, and especially after a +2, there is not much in the meta that is going to be taking any hits from this thing. It's pretty insane how much power this thing has. It's just its biggest drawback, you know, it's got no bulk and it's slow. So yes, but it does hit really hard. But same moves, minus the First Impression. We're putting Sword Stance on it and replacing the band with a Life Orb. And yeah, this thing will go in as long as you can support it. Now, one thing this thing does appreciate really a whole lot is Sticky Web. Obviously, with Sticky Web, everything against you is going to be at -1, and that's going to do massive work for Sirfetch'd, who just struggles on the speed side. If this thing's going first, things are just gonna drop. Things are gonna die, and it's gonna be pretty great to watch. But obviously, you do need to make sure you're going first, because you will go down if you are going last. So speaking of taking advantage of the slow speed, we are going to look at a room service set. That's right, room service. You don't see that item very much, but I think that Sirfetch'd actually can use room service pretty well, honestly. Just because his speed is pretty mediocre, you can run room service to lower its speed on a trick room team. And so you switch this in when trick room is active, it lowers his speed. He's then faster because he's slower. And yeah, then he's gonna underspeed a lot of things. And it'd be pretty cool. I'd love to see a room service Sirfetch'd sweep. I don't think that it's all that crazy, to be honest. I think that with the right setup, you know, you set something, let something set up a trick room as it goes down, and yeah, it could work. It could work. This actually isn't that bad of a set, to be honest. I think it's pretty cool. So, all right, our last set here is going to be our meme, and the thing is, you can't have a meme set for a Sirfetch'd without it holding its leak. I mean, come on. It's got to have its leak item. So what this does is it raises his crit ratio by 2 stages. So if you don't know how crits work in Pokemon, I have the little chart pulled up right here for you. So basically how they work is all moves in this generation have a 4.17% chance to crit. So everything starts at stage 1 here. It used to be 6.25, but they have since lowered it. However, you can raise stages by using items, or certain moves also have a raised chance. So we have a 12.5% chance at stage 2, 50% at stage 3, and then 100 at 4 and 5. This is what makes things such as Sniper Kingdra. So Sniper, what that does is it boosts the damage of crits to where it's no longer 1.5, it's 2.25, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's what makes Sniper pretty good, and we will see a little bit of Sniper used on Inteleon once that drops. It's not going to really help it all that much, but, you know, it'll be out there. But so, basically what is going to happen here is, you start at stage 1, so you're at 4.17, because that's the current generation we're in, and the leak raises all of your moves by 2 stages, so 1 and 2. We're sitting at 50% on every move you click, so you're just tossing a coin every time that you click a move as to whether you crit, which is pretty crazy. However, you notice we've replaced a couple of the moves. We've got Leaf Blade and Night Slash. Each of those have a high crit ratio. And what that does is it boosts you another stage. So both of those moves have a 100% chance to crit every turn, no matter what, which is pretty insane, honestly. Coming off of a base 135 attack, that's doing a ton of damage. Now, in addition, we could change out First Impression here, because I don't see First Impression being the best way to deal with this. I see us going down here and grabbing Focus Energy. Now, what Focus Energy does is it also raises your crit ratio by 2 stages. So that's going to put us at stage 5. Stage 5 is going to be a 100% chance to crit. Yeah, close combat, hitting things with close combat on crits every single turn, that's going to be insane. Now, obviously, the reason that I have run, that I said that you might want to run First Impression is otherwise you might as well just run a Scope Lens rather than the leak, because it just does the same thing. So, Scope Lens, where'd you go? Let's see. Yeah, so Scope Lens just raises it by 1, and so then Focus Energy raises it by 2, which then puts you at stage 4, which is also 100%. So that's why I think that it'd be better to go ahead and carry more coverage there. You could even carry Defog there if you wanted to, if you wanted this thing to be your defogger, or you could run something else. But yeah, I think that could be really, really neat, actually. So, you know, you set up a Focus Energy, or you just like set up a substitute, you carry some other coverage, you could even put Swords Dance on it, and then you just start going to town and just start critting things, and you're gonna do some massive damage. So I think this meme set could work. You know, I've seen crazier sets work, so I don't think this one's too far-fetched. Yep, I had to make that joke. Anyway, so that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.